Asheville, North Carolina, and surrounding Buncombe County are calling you to the mountains.
There are incredible views plus 4 seasons of mild, enjoyable weather.
A city that is hip and young with incredible food and drink.
In fact, the region screams for a Netflix romance drama series.
Just ask Ray Corona, an Ohio native living at the beach in the Carolinas.
Now, he vacationed here, and the script of his life changed quickly.
We took a vacation here this past January. Heard a lot about the western part of the state. We've never visited here. Heard a lot of good things about it. So we took a vacation in January and got a cabin in the woods. As we were there in January and just fell in love with the area. We liked it so much that I gave my 2-week notice to my employer and we moved to Hendersonville.
Wow.
We get it. We begin in Asheville.
This so-called southern city actually has a feel of Cambridge, Massachusetts, or a Midwest college town.
Restaurants and bars abound like Twisted Laurel.
You will wrap yourself around some great drinks and creative dishes like the Southern Fried Chicken Sandwich.
So the Southern Fried Chicken Sandwich, chef brines that in pickle juice, buttermilk and hot sauce. Then it's breaded, deep fried. He serves it with this special sauce, which is very similar to Thousand Island dressing. A couple extra ingredients we don't tell anybody about.
Oh, very nice.
We also got this sassy roasted asparagus with pistachio nuts and this mozzarella carrozza. Wow, it is mozzarella cheese sticks on steroids.
Now, staying downtown in Asheville, we next hit a cultural must, the restaurant Bene on Eagle, which combines African and Appalachian cuisine.
We tried this incredible roasted chicken.
So with the roasted chicken, we are Southern Appalachian soul food with a West African influence. And so the roasted chicken, we basically have kind of like a collard green salsa verde that's on there that harkens to the Southern Appalachian soul food. With the West African, we use West African spices whenever we are braising the chicken. And so basically our premise is to tie in those two things to marry them together because it is something that we feel like has been lost. And actually our name itself, Bene, on Eagle, Bene is named after the Bene seed. And the Bene seed is a cousin of the sesame seed. The Bene seeds actually came over on slave ships. And so they predominantly in the South, and that's why whenever you go to like Charleston, South Carolina, you'll see like Bene wafers and stuff like that, because it was prominent in that particular area. But we are here to honor that Southern Appalachian tradition, and we hope that you enjoy the roasted chicken.
Then this sweet and smoky cultural cocktail.
So we make a muscadine simple syrup in-house from muscadine grapes that we get locally. And then it's with Vita Mezcal, Altos Blanco Tequila, fresh lime juice, and port wine.
Now, does this fit into the theme of Bene here?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, with the muscadine grapes, we definitely get them locally and then kind of source elsewhere for inspiration for sure.
Okay.
But always bring it back to Appalachian.
And now, is there any African in here too?
Not quite in this one. This one we kind of took a little liberties.
Okay. All right.
Bene on Eagle is a must whether dining in or taking out.
Now that is one side of the diverse history here that is celebrated.
The Biltmore Estates, a short drive from Asheville, brings us back to the Gilded Age.
George Vanderbilt opened it in 1895. The estate today is loaded with restaurants, gardens, and a very good winery.
The best time to go is around Christmas, when the entire estate is decorated to the hilt.
Now, besides getting into history, you will get into nature. This is one of the great places to hike with many trails and peaks to hit.
For those of you fearing winter, don't. Our friend Linda, who lives here now, took us out for a walk and an explanation of how Mother Nature works here.
Just the weather all the time is changing, but pleasant. Even if it's raining, it's interesting because you can see weather from coming in from the distances in the mountain ranges and stuff. It can be totally dry here, and yet you look over toward the craggy mountains and you can tell it's pouring down rain and windy. So if you don't like the weather, just wait a minute, it's going to change.
So putting some miles on your walking shoes is a necessity. since you'll eat a lot.
Now, because of the farming history here, the food scene here has always been about farm to table, whether you are in Asheville or in the surrounding towns like Black Mountain,
where you will find Louise's for breakfast or lunch. This is a house turned into a restaurant, and it is very popular.
Now, we had this loaded egg sandwich with tomato, red onion, and house-made pesto cream cheese.
You can get this curried chicken salad with an herb vinaigrette to hold down the carbs and the calories.
The classic breakfast has 2 eggs and chop shop sausage that was very homey. We suggest swarming the sausage with over easy eggs.
There's a great French restaurant downtown called Bouchon, but owner Michel Baudouin wanted something for locals and for jet setters off the beaten path. So he created Rendezvous.
It is French and modern. Take a look at this drink, the ginger new fashion.
In the center is an ice cube containing orange juice and a cherry.
Now over that is bourbon, dashes of bitters, ginger, and then the French liqueur Domaine Canton. A definite before dinner.
For entrees, we went surf and turf. The fresh wahoo from Florida was cast iron seared with risotto and a classic French sauce.
You must also get the steak au poivre. The cognac cream sauce was mouth-watering superb, with the beef shoulder tender at medium rare.
Rendezvous has done well during the pandemic by turning their French-style bocce ball court into a socially distanced and relaxed outdoor seating area.
Yes, this is a laid-back bistro that allows you to spend hours with friends.
The Asheville area is known for so many things. It is also becoming the nation's hotspot for craft beer and for distilleries.
And there are so many to hit. We tried Oak and Grist, a distillery with a Scottish tradition.
Yeah, so we are really excited. We have been doing this for 3 years, being 100% grain to glass and not sourcing spirits. We had to wait the full 3 years to see what our first true single malt would taste like. So that was aged in 2 used full-size Four Roses barrels for 3 years. They came of age at the end of March. So we're excited to finally have a true single malt aged to Scottish standards released in Western North Carolina.
And there is much more coming here. So we toast Asheville and Buncombe County, North Carolina.
And remember, if you go, don't be surprised if you stay.